Mr. Carter for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Director Young, thank you for being here. I appreciate your attendance very much. And I want to ask you, Director Young, the President said, and I quote, "Budgets are statements of values, and the budget I am releasing today sends a clear message that we value fiscal responsibility, safety, and security at home and around the world." End quote. Let me begin by saying that I applaud these newfound priorities that include advertised increases for defense at 4%. However, as we all know, inflation's at 8%. So if we're increasing defense by 4%, we're actually looking at a cut here. So even though inflation ends up it being a cut, and we also see a cut for funding the police. Let me ask you, Director Young, last year, was the administration aware that Russia was occupying Crimea and other parts of eastern Ukraine?
I'm happy to talk about the budget elements, but
that's what I'm getting at.
Okay. I would leave that to the policy experts in the administration.
But you would agree that they were aware of this, even though they proposed a cut in defense?
That is a policy best directed to the Department of Defense or the National Security Council. I'm happy to answer anything about the budget.
I got you, and that's why I'm asking this, because this is about the budget. Did the administration consider Russia an adversary or a threat to national security of the United States at the time when it only increased defense by 1.6%? And that is a budget question. Because when you formulate a budget, as the President said, it represents your values. So what I'm trying to get at here and what I'm trying to understand is what the administration considered when they proposed a cut in defense.
Do we consider the 4% increase this year a cut?
We do, because inflation is at 8%.
We don't see the defense budget as a cut. The Secretary of Defense will, I'm sure many of you will hear from him when he comes to Congress. He will tell you he stands behind this number, and we believe it's strategy-based.
What about crime in our cities as well? Because, again, if it represents the values, then the values have to go along with knowing what's going on in our country, knowing what's going on in our world. If we're talking about a budget that reflects the values of the administration and the values of this country, what about the cuts that went to state and local governments from the Justice Department of $2 billion?
There are no cuts in the budget to COPSPERT. We're asking for a $300 million increase in community-oriented policing, $3.2 billion for all state and local grants at DOJ.
But there are to the Justice Department, there are cuts of $2 billion.
The grants to state and locals to deal with violence is increased in this budget. In addition, there's a mandatory proposal we hope that many of you will support, $30 billion to deal with crime in our loved communities.
Let me ask you something, and obviously I'm trying to get a point across here that we're making cuts to a budget, to defense, to crime, where we should be making increases and where we should be reflecting our values. As the President says, this budget is supposed to reflect the values of this administration, of this country, and of this executive branch. So that's what I'm trying to get about, to get the point out here. And from last year, I asked this question last year. Does the administration not think that these are credible threats when talking about defense spending, that we should be conceding our world leadership role? And yet, here we are a year later, and we're still making essentially cuts to defense and not addressing crime like we should be. This budget is too little, too late. It truly embodies the administration's leading from behind strategy. In fact, I'd call it simply reacting. People have already died. People have died because of crime. People have died because of our lack of funding defense. The number of murders in 2021 was 5% higher than counts recorded in 2020. And as we know, Russia has invaded Ukraine. Again, if we already knew these were problems and they were widely reported, why are we just now asking for funding to fix them?
Funding that are increased over last year. I hope we can, agree to simple facts. Department of Defense will receive a 4% increase under this budget. We ask again, Congress did not provide, but this president is asking again for community-oriented policing increase of $300 million. And we're asking for support of our mandatory proposal for $30 billion to deal with violence.
Understood, Ms. Young. But again, I'm trying to get at what the president is referring to as the values that this administration embodies and that this administration embraces. Trying to understand that. Just out of curiosity.
Gentleman's time has expired.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and I'll yield back.